So this one went from am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my husband to lose the entitled attitude and do shit for himself? Just recently, my husband, 31, was promoted to assistant manager of the warehouse. We both work up to 50 hours per week. I am a shift manager at a behavioral disorder facility. Both jobs are very hands-on and strenuous. Since his promotion, he has developed an entirely different attitude. Extremely entitled and, dare I say, rude as fuck. He is always boasting and bragging, and this has been going on for 3 weeks. So, some examples are as followed. On his days off, he wants the house to be radio silent. If our 4-year-old wants to play, he tells her to stick to her bedroom because he needs peace and quiet after, quote, working so hard. If I make our daughter lunch, he will immediately say, where's mine? He asks me to grab him things damn near constant all hours of the night. He expects nightly back rubs, but if I ask, he will scoff at me and say, I worked all day. He expects meals that he likes every night, regardless if me or our daughter like the meal or not. He also now acts like he has full say over the money because he makes a bit more. Last night was the tip of the iceberg for me. Before this, I let a lot of shit slide because it was a recent promotion and hell, he's excited. So I get it. But last night, around 11 p.m., as I was in bed scrolling through my phone, he comes into the bedroom, lays down and says, babe, you should go make me some ice cream. I want the chocolate drizzle on it. Oh, and don't forget the cashews. Then he starts scrolling through his phone. I ignore it because I feel at this point I'm going to snap. He then shook my leg and said, did you hear me? So I responded with, yeah, I did hear you. And no, go make it yourself. You were literally just out there. Your sense of fucking entitlement is getting way out of line. Do shit for yourself. He became offended and instantly, like fucking clockwork, said, but I worked all day. So I snapped back with, yeah, I did too. In fact, I worked 12 hours to your 8. Like I said, do shit for yourself. He is now saying that he is not acting entitled and that I was just taking my bad day out on him, that everything I said makes him feel unappreciated. So am I the asshole? Did I push it too far?
No. Very obviously not. I would just like to know how many times he said, oh, but I worked all day, and you just sat there and like didn't say, yeah, me too. Back?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like she said, he's excited for his new job, and she understood that at first, but now it's too much.
Okay, but how stupid do you have to be to not realize that your wife also worked more hours than you? How are you going to sit there and say that to her?
Yeah.
No, it's giving like... He expects, like, I don't know, he thinks that he's the freaking breadwinner now, so he wants her to be like the traditional wife, and you know.
Yeah, I would be like, sure, honey, no problem, but I'll get you the ice cream if you pay me to do it.
Yeah.
Like, you pay me so that I don't have to work 12-hour days, and I'll stay at home and get you your ice cream. Do you make enough money to afford that? Oh, no, you don't, because you only make a little bit more than I do? Stop! Pop, 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 pop.
Yeah, no, he needed to be put in his place.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have let it get this far, personally.
I mean, the first time.
Yeah, the first time I would have been like, no.
Bro, get up and fill the water bottle yourself. Do you think that's similar? Do you think it's similar as if like
go make me ice cream?
Isn't that the same thing as if one of us is sitting on the couch under the blanket and they're like, can you fill my water bottle for me? Order, please. Isn't that the same thing?
No, it's different.
Don't forget the ice.
No, I never say that.
I know, but it'd be like the ice is cashews.
Yeah, but I think the difference is like he's expecting it. Whereas me, I'm hopeful. I'm like, please, 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 begging you.
You're hopeful with a tinge of expectancy because I've done
No.
it so much for you. When you ask me, you're hopeful I'll do it because I usually do it. So therefore, you are slightly expecting me to do it. You are hopeful in that expectancy stuff.
Chivalry is not that, guys.
Not with me, it's not. And we'll both be sitting on the couch. And you'll be like, and you please give me water.
Guys, I'm a camel. I drink a lot of water.
I can't even believe it, guys. You have no freaking idea. This woman, Teresa, fucking camel over here, goes through 7 liters of water a day. I don't even know how to explain it, man. Like, I don't know. Always needs to have water. And then she's got to pee every 15 minutes.
Yes. Price I gotta pay.
Yeah. I remember this tonight. Can you make me some ice cream? I worked all day.
I work just as much as you.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday.
Literally. And like, you're an assistant manager of a warehouse. I worked in a warehouse. Managers didn't lift and they weren't hands-on or strenuous.
I'm sure it's different
So
everywhere.
I would love to know what kind of warehouse this was. Because
Yours is a really big company, though.
Caterpillar, Tormont. My managers, they didn't lift shit. They weren't allowed. It was actually in the, I guess it was a big company. It was in the union. Yeah. They weren't allowed to do. They were not allowed to touch the parts. Like if there was literally no one there and we all went out on strike, in the contract agreement, they were not allowed to touch the parts. So even if everyone was busy, she couldn't like go get something for herself. My manager was a woman, so I just remember her. She couldn't go get them herself, so we had to do it. So yeah, I don't know. Every manager's different though. My bad. Top comment on this. Not the asshole. Someone needs to knock your husband off his high horse.
Yeah.
You two need to have a serious talk that at home you're equals and he's not the boss. Hell, if he's treating employees like this, things won't go well at work either. Husband and I work an equal amount of hours, so we split the chores and take turns cooking. Sounds like he needs to pitch in too.
Period.
We used to split our chores. Now I do most of the chores. I do the dishwasher. I do the laundry. I clean. Not as often as Teresa likes, but I clean. And I make Teresa's tea a lot, and I fill up Teresa's water all the time, and I take her.
But apparently you complain about that though.
Whatever, I still do it, and I clean up all the dishes around her work desk because she'll get like a snack and then she'll leave the bowl there for 7 hours or like the teacup there for 7 hours, and I'm always like cleaning those up and doing the dishwasher because, yeah. I have the time to do it. So now that I feel bad because Teresa's working 8 hours a day and I have about a 20-hour work week now with what my schedule is like. So I feel bad. So I try to pick up the slack and I try to do most of the house stuff so that when Teresa gets off work, she doesn't have to spend her time doing house stuff. It wouldn't be fair if Teresa's working 8 hours a week, 40 hours a week, and I only work 20 hours a week and then I don't do any house chores. That would not be fair of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, honey.
You're welcome. Love you.
Rock. Love you.
Love you. Can you get me some water? Oh, thank you for sharing your water with me. You actually filled this one up.
I did.
Yeah.
I almost asked you to do it. I remember thinking I was going to ask you to do it.
I would love if there was like cameras inside our house with like an AI program that like watched what we do, and I could be like, "Hey Jarvis, how much percentage pie does Teresa fill up her water bottle versus how much do I fill up the water for Teresa's water bottle?" And they gave us like the percentage pie.
Mine would be more.
It would be like 60% me.
No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Because I get up like every hour of my day.
Because she's a camel, guys.
Yes, as we...
Does anybody else drink a shit ton of water?
It's supposed to be good for you.
Actually, I heard if you drink too much water,
No.
you're draining nutrients out of your body. You're supposed to have like a balance.
No. False info.
You heard it here first, folks. Teresa's
Fake news.
Teresa's a part-time scientist, if you guys
Fake
didn't
news.
know.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay.